You know what? I feel like being healthy should be a trend. It shouldn't be. When people say you should be healthy, people think that, oh, it means that I should only eat vegetables. I can't eat meat. Vegetables, yuck. Yogurt is disgusting. The only yogurt I like is like Yole or something like that. I feel like there's so much sugary things, fried food that we have in Singapore that we became complacent about being healthy, eating healthy, living healthy. So I think one day I just had an awakening that, you know what, because I want a better skin, because with better skin you can, you know, make makeup easier and it will look better. So I was like really committed for a while. So I've accumulated a list of things that I've done over the years that made me healthier, that gave me a better skin, and just like a better body in general. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. So first I want to talk about diet. I think like when I realized that I wanted to be healthy, the first thing that hit me was I want to cut down on sugar. I want to cut down on sugar and I want to cut down on fried food. So for me, it happened like cold turkey. I feel like if you want to cut out a bad habit, you have to do it immediately. Because if you keep thinking about it, you will procrastinate, and then eventually you're like, yeah, you know what, let me just start the diet next week, let me start the diet next month, and then you'll never get to it. So personally, I quit fried food cold turkey. I don't eat like fried chicken anymore, like no Jollibee, no KFC. So I quit it. I think the longest streak I went without fried chicken was 5 months, and I feel like I didn't miss out anything, because I mean, like, I love fried chicken. It tastes good, the skin is crispy, it's juicy. Nowadays when I eat fried chicken, if I do eat fried chicken, I will feel like guilty afterwards. You know what I mean? Like 5 seconds after eating fried chicken, I will feel like this really bad guilt that I'm eating something so oily, so fried, and then maybe the next day I wake up with a new pimple and then I'll feel really bad. So to prevent like pimples from happening, for the sake of beauty, I decided to cut down on fried food, and I don't really eat fried food anymore, like maybe once every 3 months. And I don't drink coffee anymore. I used to have a phase where I was addicted to kopi C or something, and it tasted good, and I even like Penang white coffee, but I had to quit it because I realized that coffee is bad for the heart, and I was worried about my heart health because apparently my family has history of heart attacks. So you know, I was like, nope, I guess I have to quit coffee. And so I went and looked into alternatives, and I settled with tea. My god, drinking tea is such a liberating choice, because number one, I know many of y'all don't really like tea unless you add cream, unless you add like milk, unless you add sugar. But drinking tea alone, like plain tea with the tea bags, it is like so clean. I drink green tea for pimples, so basically they help to clear my skin. I don't really break out that often. I drink chamomile because they help me relax. Like especially if I have a presentation the next day, or if I'm like really worried about my exams, I will drink one in the morning and then I'll feel like way better. It is a magic tea. Always works, and I've been alternating my teas every other day depending on my mood. And I've been drinking tea for nearly 10 years. So I feel like teas are so nutritious, definitely cheaper if you make yourself compared to if you buy outside, and they have a lot of beauty properties. Because some of them, like rose, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, they have high antioxidants, and they don't have caffeine, so they help to, you know, keep your body healthy, keep your face healthy, removing free radicals that might age you over time. So I feel like teas, in a sense, I drink it for health and for beauty and for alertness. I also drink ginger tea during my period phase, like to prevent cramps. It also helps to promote digestion in your body. Like on the colder days, like maybe it's raining outside or something, it also helps warm your body. So I do think that different types of tea will give you different benefits, and they're all like good in different ways. I think one of the hardest part of my journey was quitting bubble tea, because like I really like sipping bubble tea, especially after a tiring day, stressful day. But bubble tea, they add a lot of syrup. I mean, I know you can choose a syrup, but that's besides the point. And the tea they make is diluted. They put so much water, like it's as though you're drinking like flavored water with tea. Flavored tea water.
Huh?
I don't know, but it's super expensive. They charge you like $5 with boba for diluted tea, water. Like if you do the math, it's obviously not worth it. And with syrup too, it's unhealthy. So to save money and to save my health, I decided to quit bubble tea, and in place of bubble tea, I decided to make my own smoothie. So my favorite go-to smoothie, I always tell my friends, I make avocado milkshakes. And what I like to do is I'll take half an avocado and then just pour it into the blender, and then I will put like almond milk, coconut water, flaxseed, and maybe some kale powder. And then I'll mix it up and it will be like super thick. I like it thick, so it is one of my favorite milkshakes too today. I like to drink it before and after workout to give me additional energy. And it's also good for your skin and your hair health. So I do think that it has been a good alternative compared to if I like buy a bubble tea outside. I feel healthier, I feel like I like the drink and it feels healthier, and I can make it myself whenever, so it's like a win. And the other bad habit I have growing up was eating sugary cereal. I think like at some point I stopped eating cereal with milk, because why eat cereal with milk when you can just eat it whenever you want? So I have been binging on Fruit Loops. It is one of my favorite cereals of all time, but I think a few months ago they changed the formula and it just tastes different right now. So I was really disappointed, and then I switched to Lucky Charms, which is also kind of bad. At some point I was addicted to Lucky Charms, then my poop was like a light green color, which shocked me because of the food dye, right? So I was like really shocked, and I was like, okay, you know what, this is a sign that I should stop. So I did stop, and then I switched to oatmeal. I think it has replaced my morning routine of eating bread and jam. I realized that eating white bread for so many years, it is kind of bad. It makes me bloat really easily, and I have like tummy fat more. As compared to if I eat oatmeal, it reduces the bloatiness, it made me feel fuller for a longer time, and it's like light. So nowadays in the morning I will just make instant oatmeal with a bowl, and then I add water, I add some flaxseed, I add some cereal, but not the sugary ones. I'll add like either Cocoa Crunch or the honey waffle one. And the best part is because the cereal itself it tastes a little bit honey-ish with like some sugar, I don't need to add additional sugar to my oatmeal. So that's how I eat these days, and it makes me feel full. It is fun to eat, and I feel like I don't have to feel bloated all the time. So I think that was one of the best alternatives I've ever come up with. And then the other addiction I have is potato chips. I think this is very common. I'm pretty sure you and everybody else eats potato chips often. Potato chips are expensive. Like, let's be real. Like the coffee potato chips that I really like, they cost easily $3.50 in Sheng Siong or something. So on days where I really crave eating chips, but I wanna, be healthy, I wanna stop myself from being addicted, I would go for cranberry, like basically dried fruits or nuts. They will have this like nut pack in a small pack, and then I'll just like eat. I don't like nuts. I hate nuts to the core because they're dry, and I like things moist, right? But I eat it for health. And eating like dried cranberry sort of help eating nuts easier, because dried cranberry is, sometimes they are infused with syrup, but either way they are like easier to eat. It's a little bit sweet, so when you pair it with nuts, it's like really enjoyable to eat. So if my mouth is itchy and I crave for chips but I want to be healthy, then I will just like eat nuts or eat cranberry, and it helps. The other change I made to my diet was learning how to cook. So growing up, my parents did teach us how to cook. I mean, not directly because they are busy with work, so I do observe what they do with the dishes, how they spice the dishes, like garlic, onion, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. And nowadays I just follow my own recipes from YouTube, and I make kimchi stew, sometimes chicken soup, sometimes pasta, depending on my mood. And number one, they are way healthier than whatever you can eat outside. Even outside, sometimes when you tapao things and they put in the plastic containers, it's kind of like microplastic. So over time it gives you cancer and that kind of thing. So that was really bad. And sometimes when you cook outside, you don't even know if it's hygienic. Maybe they sneeze into your food, or maybe sometimes the flakes of the wok into your soup, and it's like kind of disgusting. So nowadays I just make my own meals. It's healthier. I can put whatever I like into my meals, and I can just experiment with things every other day. Now, if you want kimchi stew, you can make your own kimchi stew. If you want japchae, you can make your own japchae. So they are way healthier, less oily, and you can custom it to like your own liking. So I think it's a win-win. Apart from diet, I do try to exercise once every 2 days. I would do like back exercises. I would do like chest exercises, planks for 2 minutes a day. And then if I'm playing games or if I'm watching YouTube, I'll try to squats. Just insert a little bit of exercises here and there so that you're not completely stationary. And then people will be like, but I really walk to the MRT every day. I walk to work every day. Isn't that kind of like exercising? I feel like walking is kind of like exercising, but it's not enough. You need to strengthen your bones by building muscles, because as you get older, you get osteoporosis, and then your bones get weaker. So I have been weight training at home. I have like a 4 kg weight somewhere that I lift sometimes to just train my arms, and I think mainly also for beauty, because I wanted to look good in clothes, slim down my body. So I do planks, I do sit-ups, just to burn off some belly fat. And the best part about exercising is it will flush out toxins from your body, so your skin will look healthier, it will glow. I do think that everyone should at least exercise 10 minutes a day. Like maybe go for a short jog, maybe jog a little bit on your way home, do squats in the lift or something like that. I think a little bit will go a long way. Another thing I want to talk about is supplements. I feel like young people don't need supplements. Like people in their 20s, they won't know what supplement is. They will think that they're too young to eat supplements, and supplements is for people 30 and above, which is not true. Because knowing you guys' diets and knowing my own diet, sometimes when you do cheat meals, like you eat super fried things, wonton noodles, you eat like McDonald's, you drink bubble tea. Sometimes people hate vegetables to the point that they can go for days without a single green in their dish, which is kind of bad for your health. So if you are the type to not like vegetables, you should at least get some supplements so that your body don't miss out on nutrients that they need. And the ones I eat are the Oli multivitamins for women. I think mainly for vitamin D, vitamin C, because sometimes I game a lot and I don't really go out, so I do need vitamin D, otherwise I'll get like really bad mood swings. Vitamin C is like for iron absorption and also for collagen building. So if you want like a glowier skin, if you want your skin to be bouncy, youthful, you do need vitamin C. I also try to eat like lutein supplements for my eyes, because if you are working a lot, like 9 to 6, you're staring at the screen for a long time, lutein helps to optimize your eye health, so that when you grow older, you don't really get cataracts, you don't get a lot of eye problems. And we can't argue that the eye isn't the most important organ in our body. Like I feel like without proper vision, it will make your life really hard. That's why I have been like really invested in eye health. I've been eating lutein, I've been eating blueberries, carrots whenever I can. So yeah, these are some of the habits that I've adopted over the past few years, like in terms of diet, in terms of just day-to-day habit, exercising, eating supplements, being conscious of like picking alternatives for things that I was previously addicted to. So I hope you guys can take some reference from this. Maybe you can make some changes to your diet after this video, because you want to live long. You want to live long enough to see your grandkids, to spend the rest of your days with your loved ones, to age healthy, instead of like aging with problems and then you get watered and things like that. So yeah, I do think that being healthy is being responsible for your body. Make sure that your body is in tip-top condition for work, for school, so that you don't have to suffer on like days where you just want to relax but then you're sick. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.